Hey, and welcome to video number 7. We're going to talk about graphic artists and video editors. Now, when you're hiring graphic artists and video editors on Fiverr.com, they are a different breed of freelancers. They are a very creative type of breed, and you can usually tell, who is a true graphic artist and who is not a true graphic artist and video editor. Now, because I do video editing and so forth, I can tell you how to find somebody who's legit and figure out whether somebody is really not a video editor and they're just trying to do that to make money. Now, graphic artists and video editors, when you hire them, you need to make sure that you tell them what you want and you give them examples of possibly what you want. But at the same time, you want to give them the leeway and the freedom to do whatever they want to make it creative, because the more leeway, the more freedom that you give them, the better your design is going to be. And I remember hiring graphic artists and so forth, and I found that the people that hire graphic artists and they hire the same person and they tell me, hey, I hired this person, I don't know why they didn't do a good job and so forth. You got to realize that when you hire a graphic artist, they are very creative, so you don't want to say, I want this painting, it must be this color, it must be this, this, and this, and this. You want to give them guidelines, but you don't want to give them too many guidelines. Otherwise, the art that they're going to give you, or the video that they're going to give you, is not going to be the best. Now, that's just 2 minutes worth of good information that you need to know before you hire a graphic artist. Now let's talk about going to Fiverr.com and hiring a graphic artist. How do you know if they're legit or not? So what you could do is you could type a keyword if you want. If you want somebody to create, say, a logo, a company logo, you can do that. Now, of course, I'll click on rating. It says, I will create 4 original vectorized logos. Vectorized logos are a good thing. Let's see. Vector logo. Design professional logos. Professional logos. So, as you saw just now, before you hire a graphic artist, you need to know what you want to outsource. And you want to type that into here. Because there's so many different types of graphic artists and different types of ways of designing a piece of graphics. So in this case, it's a company logo. You could hire somebody to create a mini site, an e-cover, a design, anime design, whatever. Alright, so what I've done is I opened up different tabs. 672 positives, 19 negatives, that's usually normal. But I'd still like to see what the negatives say, though. Not very good at all. Don't waste your money, even if it's $5. Give an example on Fiverr S. Alright, so we could take our nifty calculator out, and 19 divided by 672. So he's got about 2% negatives, which isn't horrible. That means he's got 98% positives. So that's not a bad thing. Like, you go on eBay and they say 98% or 97% above is a good thing. He's got 27 orders in queue. So that's I keep pressing that. Let's see. Go back here and go back here. Okay. So he shows you examples here, and from what I can see, they're actually very good examples. Says he will provide you with the EPS, vectorize, and JPEG. EPS, if you ever hire somebody who is a video, Adobe After Effects video editor, you could take this EPS vectorize file and you can make the video look really cool, as if like this bird were coming at you and so forth. Okay, so we found a good one. I would actually go with this. In fact, I'd probably go with this right now because these designs are phenomenal. This one here, I don't really, it's okay, but they don't provide a lot of Delivered not suitable logo. Yeah, in fact, right now it's okay, but I look at it, it doesn't really look like a good logo for a company. Now these do look pretty good. I will send you 2 logo options for you to choose from. Okay, did this guy say that? Okay, he didn't say that. One thing you want to be aware of is you want to know how many revisions you can get. No free revisions included. That means once he creates your logo, that's it. This person gives you 2 logo options, and you can, it says 2 revisions is what I offer, and extra revisions for extra Fivers. Okay, so in that case, I could go with this guy. I could go with this guy. This guy, his logos are not horrible, so that's a possibility. This guy's logos are not horrible, but they're not really what you want to pay $5 for. So once you have picked whoever you want to go with, this guy's good too, or this girl, guy, whoever. But this person's good, and once you've picked the graphic artist that you want to go with, click order now, purchase it, and then give them, the best thing I found with graphic artists is to give them an example. If you like this logo here, you can say, hey, I like this logo here, but instead of an eagle, maybe give me a bear or a panda bear or something. Or I liked how you did this. Can you make a logo that's similar to this? Usually if you can pick out a logo and give them an example of that logo, usually they will come out and do a better job versus you just telling them, hey, here's my logo company name and I want you to create a logo. If you tell them that, while that gives them the ability and the freedom to do whatever they want, it gives them too much freedom. So for a graphic artist, it's best to find a logo that you like and give them an example. That's the way to go. Now let's talk about video editors. Video editors are similar, a breed type of freelancer. They are very creative. Really depends on what kind of video editing you want done. If you want it like an After Effects cinematic movies, then you will want somebody who does After Effects. If you want something basic like images and so forth, that's not hard to find. So I clicked on video and I'm going to click on editing here, and then I click on rating, and let's go through. It says I will enhance any video sharpness. Okay, if you don't have a video, then that doesn't really help you. I will create this awesome video intro to promote your site or company. Okay, that could possibly be something that's good. Video editing services. And that's why I say every time, you've got to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you go on Fiverr.com, you're just going to waste a lot of time on Fiverr.com. Alright, so I've opened several tabs up here. And generally you want to go with somebody who has a bunch of examples. They have 0 negatives. I could open this YouTube link up, and this one too. So this is what we see here. Not bad. If this is something that you want to get into, then definitely you can go with that. So from what I see, this guy, he does After Effects type stuff. For $5, wow. Normally you would have to hire somebody for about $97 to $109.97 just to get somebody to do something like that. But for $5, this is actually very good. Definitely good. So you can search that out. Let's check this person out. Yeah, this person is using After Effects as well. But it looks to me like they're using templates. So you want to make sure, if they are using stuff like this, After Effects, that you get written permission. You write them and say, hey, are you using this? And is this a template or is this something you created from scratch? Because otherwise you run into a lot of legal issues. If this person happened to steal or bought this and they don't have the rights to make a video for you, then of course that's plagiarism. That's a violation of copyright law. If you hire somebody to do this for you and you don't have a written statement from them showing that they actually own this After Effects template or created on their own, you could be in deep trouble if you use that. I mean, copyright violations are about, I think, 150,000 each, so you really got to watch out. Be careful. So that's another thing. Be careful. Make sure that they are doing it from scratch. So that's how to find video editors, and those are just a few tips that you can use to keep yourself safe and keep yourself legal, so you don't run into any legal issues. And when you hire a video editor, make sure that they really created from scratch. If they created the videos from scratch, that really tells you there that that is probably a good video editor. If they used a template, then anybody can pretty much use a template. So if you want to hire them for a long term, you want to make sure that they can do everything from scratch. Not just video editors, anybody else. If they can do it from scratch, that would be a good trait to find.